So you decided you wanted to build a drone. Now, if you choose a 3.5 or 3.6 inch drones, this is how I set mine up to fly absolutely amazing. And I've been flying for about 6 years now, and I built quite a lot of drones. I've also switched frames on a few drones as well, because I wanted to have a bit more reliable flying and maybe a bit more easier tuning. If you've seen my tuning guides, you'll see that I'm not a perfect tuner, but I'm getting somewhere where it's getting pretty close, and having a good frame for a basis just makes that much easier. So the frame is SirenA F35 frame. That's a 3.5 or 3.6 inch frame, and it's made by Quadcopter. I use this, and they actually sent it to me for free, so keep that in mind. But I absolutely recommend it. It has some amazing features, and the noise profile is just really, really good. And if you want to know more, you can check out the video up there. The way I go about this is I actually start by choosing the motors. Now the motors, I mainly start looking at the stator size to see what is available and what I can get, and what is on other drones as well. So I take a look around the internet, see what people have made and how they are rated and how people think they fly. And then I'm gonna go in that area. To calculate the stator size, it's just the cylinder of a volume, and I'll link that somewhere up here, post it up here, and also link it in the description. I just go to Google and I type cylinder calculation, and it will just help me with that easily. Once I got the stator size nailed in, I want to go for the kV. Now to calculate the kV, I wanted to get the propeller tip speed as close to Mach 0.9 as I can get. That means that I do a calculation for the kV, and I go with it, so I find the RPM, and that is done by timing the voltage times the cell times the kV. So that gives you an RPM, and then you just type it in. I've also linked this website in the description below, so you can use it as well. And as you can see, this with this 3.6 inch propeller ends up at Mach 0.89, and that's just fantastic for what I wanted to use it for. It's right where I wanted to. For the stack itself, this frame only supports 20 by 20 stacks, so just keep that in mind if you want to build something like this. And I gotta say that it's been real hassle to find the perfect stack. I don't really have a brand that I stick with. I've had a lot of luck with Flywoo recently, also Skystars. So those are what I primarily lean towards, but different people have different experiences with different brands, so just keep that in mind. I am choosing an AM32 protocol for the ESC because I think it's flying fantastic. And since BL Heli 32 shut down, I really just am a little bit mindful. So for the FC, I did choose an H7 processor, and it's not really something, it just came with the stack and it was cheap. You can go with an F4, it's not really a big problem unless you need a lot of UARTs or a lot of ports, and well, I don't, so I don't really have an issue just running with this as it is. For my VTX, I went with an 04 Pro, and even though I have a video saying that I chose the 04 Lite over this, that is only in my 5 inches. Because, well, this is just not, I mean, if I put an action camera like the Osmo Nano even on this drone, it just becomes heavy. And for me, I don't feel like that is something I want to fly with. It's just a little bit annoying. I mean, it's okay, it can definitely be done, and there will be a lot of people who will do it, but I just think that I would much rather get the 04 Pro in a size like this and just skip the action camera on top instead, so I don't have to fly with that extra weight, because the frame is quite heavy, but it's also very durable. So that's what I did with this. I just gotta say, these TPU parts, as I printed them, if you want to choose this frame, it comes with some really nice TPU parts. And if you want to know more about this frame, I definitely recommend you check out this video next. Otherwise, see you out there, and get out there and get flying. Goodbye.